Okay, style versus fashion, big thing for me. Fashion kills people. I'm not about that. It's about being like outlandish. It's about style. Style for me is personal expression. It's, I don't know, I prefer the term much more. I see a distinction. It doesn't have a name yet. Black just makes things, or monochrome in general, black, grays, whites, makes things easier. Up until a year ago, it was mainly owning way too many clothes and spending way too much on clothes, and like, my personal opinion is that's a big problem among our generation. Everything on the floor right now, I mean, this outfit is like probably some of the stuff that's like, you know, they're pieces of, really pieces of who I consider myself to be. Everything in my closet has a story. I mean, that's the beauty of not owning that much and spending more on what you really want. I can't take like full ownership of that statement for myself. I mean, I got a lot of that from my girlfriend, who I met in Berlin. And I mean, not that they're necessarily her ideas, but her way of dressing, her approach to style, fashion, whatever you want to call it, really resonated with me. And it's the same thing with Berlin. It's something that I found that really resonated with me that I in turn made my own. So I almost always cuff my pants and do 2 folds. And so if you do it tight enough, the pants will hold. When it's black, it also highlights aspects that might not pop as much if it was in color. You would notice what color it was, but you wouldn't notice the form. You wouldn't notice. There's just lots of details that come out. I mean, like, for example, or that it's just too much when it's in color. So like, for example, these, like, I would never buy this shoe, this Nike Huarache, in colors. It's just, I mean, like, look how much detail is on that shoe. There's like, in my opinion, it's sensory overload if this has multiple colors going on. And if it has multiple colors going on, I have no idea like what I'm gonna wear it with. For me, style, personal expression, and getting dressed at Davidson is intrinsically related to the environment that I live in. I mean, I want to test the boundaries of wearing what I really want to wear, but I wake up in the morning and I get dressed differently than I did in Berlin because there's also the social acceptability factor. Like, you don't want to alienate people by wearing something that's what I consider amazing, but someone who's never seen it before, I mean, thinks I'm dressed like an alien. When you're at Davidson, there's a creative balance, I feel like, because Davidson isn't necessarily a place that fosters being a standout individual.
Badass.
Oh,
Dope ass shot.
and so, I mean, for me, it's about finding a middle ground. And so, like, less outlandish colors helps with that, but then again, black also stands out pretty loud in a place full of pastels.